Oh, zdravo, Diane. Glad you could be here. Hello, everybody. How's everybody today? Oh, y'all ready for this full moon? It's the Divine Feminine's moon. Clear. Yeah. A lot of heavy energies. Yeah, definitely. Aloha. All right. So excited, guys. I've got a super chat now, so feel free to donate. Clear. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a lot of mini purging, definitely. It's just been crazy. A lot of ups and downs, back and forth, touch and go, right? Yeah, big shifts, definitely. Hello. What? You couldn't look at the bride? Okay. Was it your bride? That's funny. Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, sometimes the dreams you just kind of have to think abstractly because the dreams themselves are very abstract. And a lot of times when you get dreams and messages and dreams, they are metaphor. Which, that's about right. Yeah, it's usually metaphor, innuendo, that sort of thing. You kind of have to read between the lines, right? All right, so, hello. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a collective first, and then we will, I'll open it up and see if we can get through some mini readings today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of unexpected things happening, a lot of unexpected communication happening right now. There's a communication window. I think it started November 5th and it's going through December 5th. So really interesting stuff. A lot of stuff is happening right now with the twins, and it's really cool to see. So we've got about 36 in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and start the collective. So first card out, we've got the sun, which is interesting because we got the sun yesterday. And I do feel definitely a shift happening with the twins, between the twins, with the connections themselves. I feel more downloads, absolutely. A lot of telepathy, 5D communication. I know there was that period of time. There was a period of about, I'm going to say about a week, maybe two, where the twins were like blocking each other energetically and not feeling each other back and forth. I feel like this has actually lifted, and that there is starting to be more of an energy exchange again. I do feel that Divine Masculine is getting more and more information coming through. Hi, Amber. Coming through, and they're trusting their intuition a little bit more than they had been, right? Seeing things a little bit differently now. Eyes are being opened, not only to the connection, but to, again, their situation, where they're at. They're not happy there, and they know they're not happy there now. But they're, again, understanding that their happiness is in their own hands here. Okay, they don't need anyone to tell them what they need to be happy. They know what they need. They know what doesn't make them happy, right? And so we've got Leo again. This is the third time Leo has come up in the last few days. So again, I do feel a struggle with the ego happening here with the twins. Definitely Um, I want to say inner conflict, but it's more, believe it or not, it's more weighed in intuition's favor at this point, but ego is really trying to make a stand here. Uh, really coming in and kind of throwing things for a loop, bringing triggers, that sort of thing, which of course is going to trigger towers. I do feel some towers definitely coming. Towers definitely triggers, but again, this is calling to me more of a bringing back kind of a loyalty to the journey for both divine masculine and divine feminine right now. Absolutely. So I know I mentioned yesterday learning to tell the difference between your intuition and your ego. Definitely would recommend some of you doing some meditations to help clear out whatever doubt that you have coming in from the ego. Because remember that intuition, when you think with your heart, ironically enough, when you think with your heart, there really is no emotion attached to it. Okay, because these think differently. Your brain and your heart think differently, right? And they think independently of each other. So if you get like a gut instinct to do something and then you sit there and dwell on it, ego is going to come in and kind of take over and cause an emotional response. And so when you feel an emotional response, that's when you know you are no longer an intuition, you are an ego. Okay, so try to keep that balanced out, guys. Again, so 5D communication, very, very strong. Definitely feel a lot of dreams, guys, a lot of connecting the astral at this point. I know this is definitely true for me. This happens a lot with me. This is how my divine masculine communicates with me. It's always been that way. It's the weirdest thing, right? So again, if you're getting dreams, you know, a lot of times they don't make sense in waking life because dream messages do come through mostly as metaphor, innuendo, that sort of thing. So keep that in mind. If you have trouble remembering your dreams, as soon as you wake up, keep like a dream journal, write it down. That way you can interpret it later. Okay, but I do feel a lot of important messages coming through, not even just from your counterpart, but I do feel a lot coming through from source or spirit. So try to keep yourself balanced, keep yourself tuned into that as much as possible, and keep the ego at bay as much as you can. And of course, we're still in Scorpio season here as well. And a lot of cycles, again, are coming to an end. Now, these could be karmic cycles. These could be carpals. What? I don't even know what that is. Okay. It could be cycles with your twin that are ending. So keep that in mind. Try not to hold on to resentment or past hurt. And I know I spoke yesterday about a lot of shadows coming to the surface that don't even really necessarily have to do with this lifetime. We're talking many lives together. A lot of karma has built up over those lifetimes having to do with betrayal, resentment, and that sort of thing, and tragedy. Okay, so you've got to keep that in mind. It's not just this life you need to help clear out, but also past lives. Okay, because there are many, many past lives with a lot of you, with your counterparts. Okay, so keep that in mind. And yeah, there are still definitely some karmic cycles that need to end. A lot of codependency here. A lot of twins feeling very, very stuck, feeling frustrated that they're stuck. Walking on eggshells, that sort of thing in their karmic situation. Okay, so I'm getting kind of a fear to move. Wanting to move, but a fear to move. Trying to control the ending of the cycles. So the cycles are gonna end. You know, if you start disconnecting energetically from your karmic situation, it's going to end. Sometimes you can't force the endings like you really, really want to, because there may still be lessons that need to be learned. Okay. So the best thing to do here is really just kind of go with the flow, but don't add any more energy. Don't add any more negative energy to your connection. Okay. If it's going to end, it's going to end. Let it end. You know, try not to force the ending, because sometimes it won't end the way that you think it's going to end. You know, it's the same thing with your counterpart. You don't want to have expectations necessarily. You want the outcome But the how, you're not trying to dwell on the how. The how will present itself eventually when it's time. Okay, once you've energetically disconnected from a situation, certain people, situations will fall away from you. You don't have to force the ending. It will happen. Okay. And a lot of you, I think, are coming to the realization that these cycles that you've been in, your karmic situation, whatever, has been ending for a long time. And you're just now kind of like waking up to that, and you're accepting it. You're accepting that it's ending, and you're just trying to hold yourself together pretty much, right? But at the same time, you're kind of going with the flow, right? So I feel that both twins are in this energy right now. I feel like both twins have disconnected energetically from their karmic situations. They don't want to be there, but they don't know how to get out. So what are they doing? They're just going with the flow at this point. Just going with the flow, releasing expectations. At the same time, though, it's like a need for control, but they realize they can't control it. So it's like, well, if I can't control it, what am I supposed to do? Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, okay? So also, a lot of divine feminines stepping into their high priestess energy today. I do feel that kind of coming out of the empress energy into the high priestess energy. Really embracing the spirituality, but definitely feeling pulled in two different directions. Both twins right now, absolutely feeling pulled in two different directions. But divine masculine, again, divine masculine is really growing. A lot of these divine masculines have gone through these really painful awakenings. They are still going through awakenings, absolutely, but they are emerging, and they're feeling much more powerful within themselves. They understand manifestation. They understand the connection. They understand who they are. And they're trying to move forward the best way that they can. Now, some of you, I know I've mentioned this before, maybe getting communication. I know some of you have received communication. Some of you have probably been triggered by the communication, but communication is communication. You can't guarantee what kind of communication is going to be, right? So let's take a look at divine masculine, see what's going on with him today. Yep. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, divine masculine wanting to come forward with an offer, or has come forward with an offer. Now, I do not feel that this particular offer, some of these offers possibly may not be in their full truth when they come forward with these offers. Now, don't get that the wrong way. Okay, so they're in their truth. They know their truth, but they're not speaking their full truth to you at all. But it's like almost testing the waters here. Okay, of course, cups, water, right? Testing the waters, trying to see basically if divine feminine will be receptive. Okay, which right now divine feminine is kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily in a Queen of Swords energy, but not so much defensive, but definitely has her boundaries up right now. Okay, she's setting those boundaries. She's doing what's best for her highest good. Okay, so I do feel that if you have not received an offer, some of you will be receiving an offer very soon, and it's up to you what you do with that. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you can't go out and have a good time with your divine masculine. Okay, not the morality police. Okay, you do whatever you think is the best thing to do for you, but things are definitely shifting in these connections. Okay, things are, like I said, cycles are ending. So it's just like a constant movement. Now, it may not feel like that. I know that sometimes these connections feel very stagnant. You feel like you're not making progress, but again, you focus on the wrong progress. But in this case, in these connections, in this particular collective that I'm picking up on, things are moving forward. There is a shift. There's a big shift with divine masculine right now, right? They're feeling a lot more passionate about wanting to move. They're trying to get over these triggers, and they're starting to recognize the triggers when they come. And instead of fighting themselves, they're actually dealing with the triggers. Now, are they purging? Maybe. I feel that some divine masculines probably have purged. And this is very scary for them because they don't deal with emotions well. Let's be honest, divine masculines do not deal with emotions well. Okay. They lash out, they get angry, they get frustrated. And, you know, a lot of times they, you know, to deal with obviously dark night of the soul and that sort of thing, they send out sexual energy. So you may be feeling a lot of sexual energy from your divine masculine. Okay. Just keep that in mind. Try to keep yourself nice and grounded. Okay. But there's definitely a fire lit up under their ass. They want to move. They want to move. It's like small steps, but they want to move. They want to move now. It's like now that they know the truth, they want to move. They want to get out, but it's like things aren't happening fast enough for them right now, right? Because divine feminine right now is the wish fulfillment. This is it right here. Boom. Okay. And they recognize that now. They get it. Okay. So divine feminine's been doing her thing. She's been purging. She's been planting the seeds for the union. You know, she's been embracing her spirituality. And of course, divine masculine sees that, right? She's been sitting there. She's been giving energy to the connection. She's been healing the connection. Okay. And so he's like, well, all right. So I get my truth now. So I'm going to try to come forward here. Let's see what happens. Right. So keep yourself grounded, divine feminine. If you do receive communication, even if it's small, don't let something trigger you that shouldn't trigger you. Now, if it does trigger you, obviously recognize it and heal it, whatever. But try not to be so defensive that anything that comes in, you know, triggers you. All right. It may be a quick flash in the pan. It may be a quick hello, how are you? And then nothing. Okay. Might be a quick, you know, game of touch and go. Right. But don't let it trigger you guys. Don't let it trigger you. Divine masculine's always going to be like that. They're in and out, hot and cold. They will be back. So just stand in your strength and do what you need to do. Okay. Don't let it trigger you. But yeah, divine masculine is definitely very triggered to move, guys. This is all over the reading today. They're very triggered. They're very passionate. They want to move. Now, a lot of them may be working on their life's purpose too. Okay. They've been maybe working on something at their job. They've been trying to build up their coins. They've been trying to really get into something that makes them happy. And they feel, I think a lot of them do feel more fulfilled than they have been, you know, because they're seeing results in their personal life. Okay. And, you know, divine feminine, with the work you've been doing, this has been helping divine masculine really see what he needs to do next. And he's standing in his power. Look at that. He's standing, you know, trying to get over all of these triggers that have been keeping him down, right? He's like, no more. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to stand in my strength, just like divine feminine has been doing, right? And look at that. Look at that. So, I you know, they're moving forward. They see divine feminine doing, they're like, I can do that. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can, right? You've pretty much been doing it all along. You just didn't realize it, you know? So they're coming to the realization that they can. So that's actually, it's really good for divine masculine today. Yay! All right, let's take a look at divine feminine, see what's going on with her. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to say the next 60 to 90 days, probably going to be very interesting, you know, because we're coming into 2020. So I feel like the end of this year, a lot of shifts are going to be happening. Absolutely. So, all right. So divine feminine in the Queen of Cups energy. So divine masculine is King of Cups, divine feminine, Queen of Cups. Interesting. I feel like divine feminine is holding her cards very close to her chest right now. Okay. I feel like she is wanting to be receptive to what is coming in. She's wanting to be in that receptive energy, right? But she still has some she still has something lingering here that needs to be addressed. Okay. So it's almost like the ego's kind of coming in again. And I said this yesterday, if you're having trouble, again, if you're having trouble trusting your intuition, guys, do some meditations, clear that out, okay? Because your intuition is trying to show you something over here, but you're focused on something over here, okay? So that being said, again, I'm not the morality police. You do whatever you feel you need to do, okay? But just keep in mind that there's still something lingering here. You guys, I feel like there's some purging. I know we talked about mini purging. There's definitely some purging happening with Divine Feminine right now, having to do mostly with past life stuff. Inner child wounds, absolutely, but past life stuff. Okay, so Akashic Records coming up again. All right. So keep in mind, you need to clear this out too, okay? You can't just let this sit. Do some past life regression therapy. I know that there are some people out there that do like Akashic readings and stuff like that. You can definitely take advantage of those sorts of things, but you can also there's plenty of free resources on YouTube to access your Akashic records. And so it's actually, the Akashic records are kind of like the time-space continuum, if you think about it that way. It's everything that has happened, everything that will happen, everything that's happening now. It's all happening basically at the same time. Okay, because time is fluid. Time doesn't exist, right? So definitely feel a lot of stuff built up over lifetimes for you guys. So I might want to work on that, okay? I feel that, again, the truth is definitely coming out. And actually could be, a lot of you may be actually getting downloads about past lives. Maybe stuff that is kind of coming up over and over and over again. Maybe you're dreaming about the same thing over and over and over again. And it's triggering you. It's triggering an emotional response. Okay. It could be a past life thing. Okay. And I know I've mentioned this before. My Divine Masculine and I have had, from what I understand, at least 3 that I know of right now. But I'm sure more will come to light. At least 3 lifetimes together that have all ended horribly. A lot of guilt, a lot of betrayal, and stuff like that. Built up. So that's something that I definitely need to work on. But Divine Feminine, I do feel, again, is really not letting triggers bother her as much. You're starting to recognize those, and that's exactly what you need to do. Recognizing them, learning to overcome them, and not letting them weigh you down. Because some of these triggers are really hard. You can't be prepared for every trigger. I know I say that. I say be prepared, but you can't always be prepared, right? So take it as it comes, but try not to let it bother you. Okay. Triggers are going to happen whether you're prepared for them or not. And you just have to learn how to deal with them when they come, right? But Divine Feminine has been really working on her foundation. She's been trying to build herself up. She's been rebuilding from her towers, tired of the uneven exchange and the karmic situation. So she's just saying, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. Okay. There's the door. Right. But she's looking at the door and she's like, okay, how do I get there? Right. So stop focusing on the how, just focus on the what. There's the door right there. It's open for you right there. Right there. All right. Manifest the outcome. Stop worrying about how it's going to happen. It will happen. It will happen. Okay. Just follow the path that Source has for you. Open yourself up to receive the answers that you seek in order to move out of where you are, whatever it is. Could be a job, could be a relationship, whatever it is. Okay. Because abundance is coming, definitely, for the connection, but yes, for Divine Feminine too. And a lot of you have been focusing on this instead of your counterpart, which is bringing the results that you've been looking for, right? Because you've been focusing on the wrong results for so long, right? So you decided to focus on yourself, and oh my gosh, all of this stuff is happening. And you're like, yes, manifestation is awesome. Yay. You know? So you're like, all right, well, if I can manifest this, I can manifest union too, right? Right? Oh, kinky. All right. Let's get some messages from the universe. Kinky. Yeah, see? See, your hard work is paying off, guys. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Because it's working. All right? And I think a lot of you are seeing results. If not necessarily with your situation, you're seeing results within yourself. And that's the important thing, right? But I do feel some cycles are definitely going to be beginning. Now, this could be with your counterpart. It could be with your karmic. It could be with a soulmate. You could have a soulmate coming in. Okay, keep that in mind. But definitely feel that something is coming for you guys. Okay, and you may be again getting an offer. Okay, just you keep yourself balanced. Decide what you want to do with that. All right, because if you keep yourself guarded, if you keep yourself, excuse me, I got the hiccups. If you keep yourself in the dark, right, nothing's going to happen. If you keep dwelling on the past, you keep dwelling on resentment, you keep dwelling on betrayal or whatever, you know, nothing's going to come of that. All right. You need to seek the light. You need to seek the light. You need to be the light. Okay. Because that's how your counterpart finds you. If you lower your vibration, you keep your vibration low, they can't find you. They need a light. They need a light to find you, right? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Wow, wow. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I do feel that definitely some endings are coming. Absolutely. And actually, this isn't coming so much sexual here to me as it is. I feel like some karmic cycles are going to be hitting some very turbulent ends, which most of you may have been avoiding or trying to avoid anyway. And that's, you can't avoid it, guys. It's going to end whether you want it to or not. Just let it go. Let it do its thing. Whatever needs to happen, let it happen. Don't dwell on it. Don't feel guilty. You know. All right, let's get some messages from the counterparts, and then we'll see if we can get through some channeled messages today. I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. I'm going to do it like I usually do. My guides tell me who to pick. Don't take it personally if I don't, please. I definitely need to get some readings out today. So, all right, so messages. A lot of mirroring. Oh, that's interesting. Candy Girl, I think this one's for you. We got a lot today. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So I need just first names for you and the counterpart you are inquiring about, please. All right. Oh, okay, hold up. Okay. Where do I start? All right. Amber and Derek. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I do feel that your counterpart right now is definitely being guided towards his fulfillment right now. So a lot of things are coming to light here. Okay. Which may be triggering. I do feel it's triggering a lot of darkness, okay, that needs to be purged. Definitely being being forced to face shadow self here. But he is being protected, okay, being guided. All right, but definitely feel a purge absolutely coming, and you may actually be feeling this in the 5D, okay? It may be coming through to you as panic. You may not be able to sleep very well, okay? But I do feel a lot being illuminated. I also feel some deception here, so it may not be being honest with you, but I do feel that the sexual energy is very, very strong in this connection, okay? So you're probably also feeling this, okay? Keep in mind, sexual energy is how Divine Masculine deals with Dark Night of the Soul, so that may be why you're feeling the need to purge, or you're feeling the anxiety, but you're also feeling the sexual energy too, okay? Because that's how they deal with it, okay? They put out that sexual energy, all right? I do feel that they're dreaming about you. You're dreaming about each other. You're probably meeting each other in the astral fairly often. Keep in mind, there may be a message with this, okay? I know my Divine Masculine tells me a lot of things, but again, a lot of times it's metaphor, innuendo, so just keep that in mind, okay? If it doesn't make sense outright, meditate on it, and the answer will come to you eventually. Trust me, it will. Okay? All right. Hope that helped. I'm gonna have too many cards. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. All right. This will be interesting. Julie and Bill, I can't tell you, this is so crazy, how many Leo Pisces combinations I have in my collective. It's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, I do feel the same thing here, actually. I'm definitely being guided, absolutely, but I feel like you're in an ascension mode right now. I feel like you're going through an ascension. I do feel Bill is definitely going through an awakening. So whatever work you've been doing, whatever, I'm going to say you've been working on some sort of project, some sort of healing project, possibly. But you've also been healing yourself, which is healing the connection. But at the same time, it's like triggering an awakening for him. I do feel he's not really quite sure what to do right now. So he may be actually very, very quiet. But you are definitely being urged to reach out to your spirit team right now, because they are around to help you. That's the point of them being there. So don't be afraid to reach out. Your divine counterparts, spirit guides, are actually trying to reach out to him right now. But he's not really receptive right now, because he's kind of in a state of confusion. He doesn't really know what's happening. But I do feel that, yes, the divine is definitely trying to come in and help him, because there's a lot that needs to be released here. There's a lot of emotion that needs to be released, a lot of karma that needs to be released. Sensing some sort of drug use here. Yeah, definitely going through a dark night of the soul. So again, you may be feeling that. Send him healing as much as you possibly can. As long as it doesn't drain you, there's no problem sending healing. You can send energy, okay? Just make sure he's not draining you and using it to combat the karmic situation, whatever that may be, okay? Because you need to focus on your own healing too, okay? But I do feel he's going through a healing process, absolutely, okay? So any energy you can send him, any healing energy you can send him will help him. I do also feel that a lot of inner child wounds are coming to the surface here that have to do with abuse and abandonment here. Okay. And I feel like he's getting a lot of downloads about this. I feel like a lot of suppressed memories are coming to the surface here for him, which is causing a lot of these foundations to be broken down. And he's going through definitely a dark night of the soul right now. Okay. All right. I hope that helped. Ah. Oh my gosh, I lost it. I don't know where I was. All right, Jessica and Hector. see what I get for you. Oh. Ooh, they're flying all over the place. All right. Jessica and Hector. All right. All right, I hope that helped. Oh. Amber and beady eyes. All right. Oh, gosh. Oh. All right, let's see what I got. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I do feel that definitely he is on the verge of making a huge decision right now. He's being moved forward. Some sort of catalyst has happened. Some sort of trigger. Some sort of trigger has basically fired him up to move forward. And he wants to. Yeah, yeah. I do feel that definitely an offer is coming. Now, keep in mind there may be some more emotional baggage attached to this offer. Okay, so just keep that in mind and keep your third eye open, okay, and your intuition clear, so that you can decide what you need to do, okay. But I do feel that he's actually been trying to build a foundation here. He hasn't been feeling quite good enough yet, so he's just building it up, building it up, building it up. And of course, there's mirroring here, which shows me, obviously, you've been trying to do the work. You've been trying to do your inner work, okay, which is helping him see the light and see what he needs to do to move forward so that he can feel more grounded and more worthy to come forward, okay? I do feel a lot of inner balance is happening with him right now. He's really trying to balance out what the truth is, because he's been back and forth in this energy of he knows the truth, he doesn't understand the truth. So ego is definitely trying to come in and throw him off balance, but I feel a return to balance for him, absolutely. But he feels very impatient. He feels like things are not moving fast enough, and he's afraid. He's actually afraid right now. He's actually afraid that he's going to lose you, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? But he is trying to plant the seed so that he can come forward, and he really, really, really wants to, and it's causing him a lot of anxiety that he can't right now. He feels trapped. He feels very tied down. And I feel, again, this trigger that has caused him to move has something to do with the karmic situation, absolutely, but he's not in his full truth. He's feeling his truth, he knows his truth, but he's not speaking his whole truth right now. He doesn't feel like he can. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that helped. Oh, I did it again. Stop. Oh, okay. Let's see. What do I got for you, Desiree? Oh, that was fast. You got a lot. Ante is very talkative. A lot of sexual energy. Stop asking this question. Stop asking that question. All right, I am going to do a couple more and then I've got to get off here. So let me see what we got here. Oh gosh, oh gosh. It keeps skipping down and it drives me insane. All right. Diane. Oh, okay. Dang, they're talkative today, guys. Jeez, Lou. Okay. Okay, so someone's definitely not in their full truth right now. They're not really quite sure what the truth is. So I'm not sure if this is you or your counterpart right now. It may actually be both of you. It's like one of you really, really wants to believe in their truth, but you're having trouble speaking it for some reason. And definitely feel that this particular connection is requiring a lot of patience, a lot of understanding. I feel like there is a lack of understanding for some reason. There's a miscommunication. There was something that happened that maybe was like an oopsie kind of a thing, but neither one of you for some reason is taking responsibility for it. So there's like an inner conflict with, well, he said this, but she said this, and I feel this, right? But I don't know why I feel this way. So like an inner struggle definitely with the truth here, okay? So each of you having trouble with your truth and speaking it, which is bringing a lot of heartache here. So might want to do some throat chakra work, and I would definitely recommend heart chakra too, to help with the purging, okay? Because I think a lot of past life stuff is coming up here with betrayal and abandonment, absolutely. And I do feel that your counterpart is going through a dark night of the soul, and here you are over here trying to, you know, light the way for him, but he's not even paying attention right now because he's so into himself, because there's a lot of purging that needs to happen, right? But for some reason is not releasing this. He's not releasing the purging. Now, keep in mind that you mirror. So are you purging? Are you purging the way that you should? Because if you're not, it's not going to help the situation, okay? If you're trying to repress and suppress, all that's going to happen is you're going to deceive yourself. You're going to think, oh yeah, I'm good, but you're not, and you're not facing what you need to face, okay? I do feel that there's a lot of deception going back and forth in this connection. Absolutely. As I said before, neither one of you is really speaking your truth right now, but you need to take a leap of faith here. You need to either, I'm going to advise that you consult your spirit team about communication. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you to communicate. I'm saying my guides are telling me that you need to consult your guides. Okay. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you clear your third eye. Make sure that you are in your intuition and not in ego when you reach out for help. Okay. Because you want to actually get the true answer, not the answer that your ego wants you to get. Okay. And get out of this defensive Queen of Swords energy, because believe it or not, you're actually in this energy right now. You're very defensive. You feel betrayed. You feel really, really hurt right now, but there's absolutely no reason to feel that way. Okay. If you need to purge, go ahead and purge. But everything that's happening right now is happening for a reason. Okay. But I feel right now you're holding things very, very close to your chest, and so is your counterpart, because you mirror. You're always mirroring. Okay. So if you're accusing them of not telling you the truth, of not coming out with it, then what are you doing? Why are you not doing it? Okay. Why are you not in your truth about your connection? Why are you not in your truth about your counterpart? Okay. Because your counterpart here is coming up as the Hierophant. Okay. So this is a twin flame connection. If you were worried about that, there you go. Boom. So yeah, there's definitely some decisions that need to be made on both parts. Both counterparts need to make some decisions here. Okay. Which kind of goes back to that Fool card. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Okay. Is it Mariah and Alan? Mariah and Alan. All right. Yeah, I do feel definitely a decision needs to be made here in this connection. I don't know what it is about people not being in their truth. It's like you think you're in your truth, but you're actually not in your truth. You're actually an ego for some reason. I feel like there's a lot of cloudiness going on with your third eye. You might want to hit that, do a third eye hit, absolutely. But I feel like there's a lot of emotion in this connection, absolutely. I feel like Alan may be coming forward with an offer. Okay. But you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to take it. Okay. You're going to have to use that inner guidance. All right. Just again, make sure you're not in ego. But I do feel that this particular offer is actually going to open up a lot with the connection here. It may actually trigger you. It may actually, Four of Wands, it may actually cause a catalyst moment here, okay? Which is not a bad thing, so don't fear it, okay? Because what's happening is it's clearing the way. It's clearing the way for union, for inner union, and of course, 3D union eventually, all right? So just be aware that it may trigger you and it may trigger a purge, okay? And if it does, it's fine. Just make sure you clear it out. Make sure that you do your inner work. And if this communication does come, that you do not stop your work. Don't stop the work. Continue the work. Always continue the work no matter what, okay? Because if communication comes in and it stops your work, what's going to happen? That communication is going to go away, all right? And if this happens, it's probably going to bring you a tower, but you'll be able to rebuild. It'll be fine. So just make sure you keep yourself nice and grounded while you're going through whatever it is that's coming, okay? Because I feel like, again, something is coming for you. Now, I do feel abundance actually coming for you. I feel like you've been really trying to work on this, trying to get yourself in a high vibration, trying to get yourself settled so that you can actually resolve whatever karmic situation you're in. So that's good. Definitely continue to do that. But I do feel the connection very, very strong between you two. And actually, your counterpart has been manifesting the connection. They may not realize that they're doing it, but you're both manifesting the connection right now, okay? So I do feel, again, a lot of emotion between you. You're probably feeling the pull on a daily basis, but you really need to focus on your truth, okay? Don't deceive yourself. You can't deceive yourself. I mean, you can, but it's you really, really can't. Okay, your ego will try to deceive you, but you really, really cannot deceive yourself. Okay, so make sure you're standing in your truth. Make sure you're doing your work. Anything that comes through from the divine, okay, you want to really pay attention to any signs and synchronicities that you're getting because those are messages. They are there. They're activation codes. And they're there to call your attention to something, right? Probably to a situation or a decision that needs to be made for you to move forward for your highest good. Okay, if you need to step away from your karmic situation, you might want to do that. If you need to step away from your counterpart because they've been draining you, then you probably need to do that, all right? But I definitely feel a lot of triggers, definitely a lot of sexual energy, and I do feel that you will be getting communication of some sort soon. It may actually be, kind of passionate and whatnot. Just be prepared for that, though, because that could actually trigger you, okay? All right. Well, I hope that helped. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate it. If I didn't get to you, I was so sorry. Please don't take it personally. Okay. But I definitely need to get some work done. I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.